waiting what seemed like an absolute age for the new rings to arrive for my Bergara Wilderness Ridge Carbon. I'm pleased to say that they're finally with me, and I'm able to put the rifle together. I went with a set of Talley lightweight scope mounts, and I went with the ones that go direct to action, direct to the Remington 700 footprint B14 action of the Bergara. I went with these low profile rings because I had a very compact, lightweight 6x42 scope that I wanted to put on this rifle, something that would keep very low down to the cheek piece on the ridge, so that when I'm shouldering the rifle, I can come immediately behind glass. I was worried that if I put a Picatinny rail on the rifle and then mounted the scope on top of that, that the scope would be too high, and actually, since I've put the scope on the rifle just earlier today, I can see that is just at the perfect height. It's worked out really well, better than I probably could have hoped for. Of course, the rifle's empty, no ammunition in there. So yeah, the mounts are 30mm rings. This vintage 1980s, I think, early 1980s West Germany Schmidt Bender fixed power scope comes with a 26mm tube, which is a bit of an unusual size. So it's a bit of a challenge to get the right sized rings. So I actually went with 30mm rings, and then I've had to use some inserts inside the rings to reduce down the circumference. So I've used some Delrin 26mm scope ring reducers on there, and actually they're matching very nicely with the body of the scope. There's nothing that really stands out there or spoils the overall appearance of the setup. Now, obviously, my next step is to get the rifle out into the field and get it zeroed, and I've therefore got a question for everybody. The Ridge Carbon is chambered for 308. I've never shot 308 before, and some of the ground that I stalk deer across requires lead-free only ammunition is used. So please, could you let me know what your recommendations are for lead-free 308 factory ammunition? And also, because I will possibly be using custom rounds in this rifle at some point, I'd like to know what bullets you'd also recommend. Again, 308 has to be lead-free. So just pop down your recommendations in the comments section below. I look forward to reading through them. I'm also needing a new bipod for this rifle. Unlike all my other rifles, this one only comes with one sling stud at the front, and I am thinking about getting a Spartan Pro Hunter bipod where I can just put their supplied spigot in place of that sling stud, and then using the magnetic system snap on and off the lightweight bipod when I need to. I don't want to be carrying the rifle around in the field with a bipod already attached, so Spartan is currently the only bipod that's on my list for this rifle. But if you've got any other recommendations, again, drop those down in the comments section. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what bipod options I've got available to me. What I've also done on the rifle, you'll be able to see here that I've put my Nyload Gen X moderator on here. This is a great moderator that comes with a quick detach and quick attach system. So I've already put the 5/8x24 bushing on the screw cut of my barrel. That'll stay in place now, and I've got others of these on others of my rifles, so I can just use that one moderator across all the rifles. The rifle comes with a very nice pepper pot moderator, brake, which I won't need now. There's also a thread protector that comes with the rifle, so if I ever do want to change it around, I've got a brake there ready to go, or I could just run it with the bare barrel. So yeah, very, very happy with the setup. Like I said in the previous video, the Ridge Carbon comes with Bergara's proprietary Cure barrel technology, so that makes this a very, very lightweight rifle, very easy to shoulder, and very easy to get it up on sticks. Synthetic stock, and again, not much weight in that synthetic stock whatsoever. And with this scope on top, very, very lightweight, close range, hillside and forest stalking setup. The scope's a bit unusual for me, because I'm usually running things like the Schmidt Bender PM2 competition scope, which at around about a kilogram is a heavyweight scope, even though it's a really good hunting and target sports scope. But this is just out and out, lightweight, very simple hunting setup, and I really like I've got a mix of not old technology, but vintage items, paired with very, very modern technology. On the rear of the rifle here, I've now attached my Hill People Gear cheek pad, and that goes over the butt of the rifle. It's got a little window on the reverse there if you wanted to put a dope card in there. I've just put a little Bergara patch in there. It's got some nice ties here to lace it into place, and I think it looks like it was designed specifically for this rifle. It fits on perfectly, and I think the colour of the cheek piece here marries in very nicely with the hand painted wilderness camo that you do find on this rifle. So yeah, very, very happy with that. The bases here I torque down to 25 inch-pounds. If you're interested, I use a little bit of blue Loctite. The rings, couldn't find any information on there, so I played it very safe and just kept the rings torqued at about 18 inch-pounds. So I think that's going to be sufficient to keep the scope in place under recoil. Haven't adjusted the trigger yet, but that'll adjust down to, I think it goes down as low as 2.2 pounds. I might have to check that, but what I'm going to do is it's the Bergara Performance trigger. I'm just going to take that down to its lightest weight. It's a good setup that I'm very, very used to for hunting already, so why mess about with that? As I've said previously, the rifle is also a floor plate version, something I've not used before, but I'm keen to, I was keen to have a rifle with that very, very, very traditional setup that the floor plate gives, and it also gives me that low profile, sleek setup that I was looking for. Moderator, just a little recommendation: make sure you put some copper grease on all of your threads. That just makes sure that that once you don't get something put on too tight that it can't come off once you've got a bit of heat running through the barrel and everything. So yeah, really, really pleased with the setup, and like I say, just need to now get it zeroed once I find some appropriate ammo. Let me know what you think about the rifle setup. Be very interested to hear your feedback on it. Can't wait to get out with it on the hillside and get some deer stalking going on. Thanks for listening in. Catch you next time.